round boy table, not round the square or triangle. We come to hang at the game on Fridays as we're able. We play well here in Camelot, we are chums and fun, but Camelot. We're at the round boy table, our host is formidable. He runs the strange, loves insane, but sure he's quite unstable. He's army mad in Camelot, but seems never to have done a lot. Label, quite incomprehensible. Little wrench in hand, we have no plan but to sit and hear Dutch babble. It's a lazy time in Camelot.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
See it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mead Hall, the Great Hall, ye fellow knights of the rhomboid table. It is that time where we gather around again and watch my trains run or everything that can go wrong, as has been the case the last few weeks. I hope everybody on that side of the camera is doing well. I am doing better than I've been in a little while. Have had a good day today. A lot thanks to Jean Ricard, which if you watch the video I put up right before going live, you may know why. I had a couple little problems and got them both sorted. So that's good. Let me get to greeting everybody. Quaffing time. I don't know if I like that term. Anyhow, we have Sir Andre of Eckert is here. Sir Colin of Wykes is here. Great to see you, Colin, as well as Andre. We've got Sir Greg from Great Northern. We got Sir Andy, the hot dog pilot, the Royal Air Force Chief. We've got Sir Ian from Model Eisenbahn in Nederland. We've got Sir Ivo van Zoon, also from Nederland. So the Dutch or the Netherlands contingent is well represented here. You can't call anyone from the Netherlands Dutch, as opposed to where Holland is just a specific part of the Netherlands. which you can't refer to the whole country as. Sir Jean of Ricard, the Danish contingent is here. KJ is here. Sir Andy of March West Junction. Sir Greg from Down Under Midsummer Railway is here. Sir Dino, the model railway shed enthusiast. We got to give him a title. Royal Proclamator, you know, with those capital letters and exclamation points. We got Sir Clive, Newland Railway, the Royal Scarper, which is a scavenger in American English. I think it's got a different English in UK English. It's got a different meaning in UK English. We have Sir Raymond Anthony of 127 is here. Sir Rayron is here. Sir Martin of Shedmouth Junction is here. Thank you for joining us. Sir Tim, the CEO, Sir Tim of Dowd is here. Sir Tim Dowd of Newcastle, our CEO is here. Great to see you. Sir Tom of Couples is here. Our Sergeant at Arms, replacing Joseph Agliato, who I have not heard from in a long time. He moved to China, and they are heavily restricted on access to our side of the world, sadly. But if you ever watch this somewhere, Joseph, we remember you. We'll love you forever. Hope you're well over there. And Sir Chris of the Valleys is here as well. No, not Royal Proctologist, Proclamator, the one who issues edicts and, you know, that the king announces. He announces them. The king issues them and he announces them. A proclaimer, a proclamator. And Sir Eric from ANC Railroad, a Scale and Life Journey. I hope you're well, Eric. It's nice to have you here. I know you're getting near that nap time, but I appreciate you giving us time because it's always good to have you here. Joyce and I are always hoping you're well, and we think of you whenever we're thinking of going down to Columbus and trying to see if we can arrange meeting up with you. So anyhow, yeah, what's happening in my world? And you can, in the chat, share what's happening in your room. Yeah, I have been on a steam locomotive buying kick. You guys, you may have seen the videos. I've been waiting for decoders. Decoders were supposed to be here last week, Wednesday, and I was going to get these guys all fixed up for the Oktoberfest last week. The decoders never arrived. So now I'm getting them fixed up. So I've got 3 new locos to add. One of them will be running today. The other 2 are sitting it out here. A 4th one may be on my front porch as I'm speaking. It did not arrive earlier today when I was editing that video. But anyhow, yeah, so I'm very excited to have them because one of them I thought I knew what was wrong, why the lights weren't working, and Jean kind of confirmed it. And the other one, Jean helped me realize that my CS3 did something crazy. My CS3's got a couple of glitches that I would like to just reboot it, you know, just completely factory restart it. But it's got a couple of glitches. And one of them is every now and then it'll load up a decoder the wrong way. Like, so I just put that in and expected it to go MM, and it went DCC instead. And so it read the decoder, but then it wouldn't operate any of the functions. Once we reloaded it as MM, Märklin Motorola, everything worked. But it needed a cleaning. This Class 44 you'll see running today is brand, I can't say brand new, but it's new in box. This has never been run for, these came out beginning in 2000. This version 34884, and it clearly has never even been test run. The third rail pickup shoe, the ski, the Schleifer is immaculate. It is polished, shiny, and it would have had some sort of scratching or whatever. Even in a couple of lap test run, you would have gotten some sort of smear of that off of a track. So this thing has never run, and it sat in its box for 20 some years before I bought it. I bought it for $100 on the knowledge it was as is. The man I bought it from had never tested it. He picked it up from a huge lot. I think he bought out a Märklin European store, and he's just selling the stuff off. He's not even taking the time to really look up what the stuff is worth. And so, we got it running. So it is going to run today. I took out the blue 218. I'll run that maybe next week. It hasn't run in a while, so I thought I'd put it out there. But since the 44 is a freight hauler, I put it on the one freight train I've got running. You tried to program a class 8 on the main track and ran off round the layout. Yep. Sadly, yeah, that can happen. Not that I'm a pro on such things. I'm still learning because it's only been in the last year that I've really started even changing decoders and converting easy analog. I mean, what I do for conversions with that 60906 decoder, that is the easiest conversion there is for 3-rail. Anything else requires more work. So I'm baby steps. Anyhow, somebody asked, I think it was Andre asked, do I have an American locomotive? I have one, which is 2-rail. So it runs on the floor. It's HO 2-rail and it runs on the floor layout now and then. It'll probably make an appearance next week. We'll see. Because I'm also going to start running some of the German stuff. All right. So the other big thing is it's kind of hard to tell, but my arrangement here has changed. I now have 1, 2, 3 computer monitors here because as long as I'm going to use StreamYard to stream, it's easier this way. With when I use OBS straight to the internet, I only need the 2 monitors to really operate everything. But with StreamYard, it adds an extra issue because I have to see the chat because OBS does not display the chat when it goes into StreamYard. Don't know why, but does it? Hey, did I see Sir Simon of SJ Train World is here? Welcome in. Thank you all. I do want to apologize that, I can't control it, but I was so pumped up, really excited about Oktoberfest last week. And then that was the week our internet decided to really act up because the problems are not OBS. The problems are our internet service. We got rid of our old company that we had for almost 40 years and went with Verizon because they offered this big fancy package and promised much higher internet access. And we've got this one box in our house and it does not pick up the signals and it doesn't Wi-Fi very well. I'm hardwired to the box through here, but the box itself is in a part of the house that I think would be best for it, but not. But it's also the only place where I can reach the hardwire because it goes up through the ceiling here and then up into my son's old bedroom. And that's where we got the box, but it's got 3 windows around it. So it's, got a lot of, it doesn't have walls in the way. It's got nice windows to access the signals coming in, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so let's go to the trains. Untestees. Untested. There was a D in there, even if my lisp is getting bad again in my old age. So anyhow, let's go to the 11-lane view and show you who's running today. All right, on lane 1, and Kyan and I tested all of this yesterday, so hopefully it will run today. Jinx. What question did you ask, Ray? I'm sorry. Raymond Anthony, I did not catch. You'd have to define what you mean by inside valve gear. Remember, I don't know this stuff. Where did I buy the decoders? I bought them from eBay from a shop that's Otts Modellbahn. Good shop, fair prices, much cheaper if you buy straight from a shop. The only thing I would complain about is it took him over a week. I paid for these things on a Friday night, Saturday. It was late Friday night. And he did not mail them for a week and a half. And, when somebody pays that way, I think you should, especially when they're spending that kind of money at your shop, because I bought a lot of decoders. I think you should be a little bit diligent about mailing them off. But I was polite. I merely sent one prodding email saying, did you mail these? Even though I had, because he put up a tracking, mailing label has been purchased. And it says, your item is in the mail. No, it isn't. It's still sitting on his desk with a packaging label because it's not mailed until it says received by post office. Okay, so anyhow, we got that guy rolling in lane 1. It's an IC pulled by a 218. Whoops, got him going the wrong way. Nope, still got him going the wrong way. In lane 2, we're going to have the Austrian, we'll have an Austrian IC going. So I've got a whole new arrangement of everything here, including my little things. And whoops, I got everybody going backwards today. Kyan, what did we do? No, I had it right the first time. But Kyan and I were racing ICEs yesterday. Or ICs, I should say. So I'll get him on the road there. That is a check. Hey, Titi, c'est Titi arrive. Bonsoir, mon ami. Ça va? Yeah, Simon, I just saw somebody on a European Railways page on Facebook posted a picture of a Danish. The picture was taken yesterday. It was a Danish Vectron, like I have, pulling the Czech cars like I have. So yeah, the blue and white is two shades of blue and white is a Czech Eurocity intercity train being pulled by a Vectron, which is a nice little guy there. I want to get everybody off started, so I'm being careful. Now, the special today, 2 of them. First of all, making its appearance in a live stream, this long sought after Württemberger. This Württemberger Class C with a group of cars, including a baggage car that does not match. It's still an Era 1 Württemberger, Royal Württemberger Railways, but it's not the one that goes with this set. Unfortunately, it was the only one I could find in the United States that kind of goes with these cars and was cheap. So let's get this guy in motion. Whoops. Oh, wait, wrong one. Wrong controller, guys. Sorry, I was getting that 44 excited. That 44 is raring to go, guys. He's raring to go. There we go. There goes the Class 18. He's raring to go too. Or Class 18. Württemberger C-Class. Just had a great passing over in the back there. And now the newest guy on the layout. He has not even had, other than me running him in, this is his first attempt to actually pull stock on my layout. He got run in, but now he's going to pull stock. I think he could do it. But here is that Class 44 getting ready to go into action. You saw him eagerly jump to it because I hit the wrong one, but there he goes. And then way in the back, we got a funny little Ranger lock, just pulling that little crane and emergency. I just want to make sure everybody gets off to a decent start. Yes, I know I got to do the floor, and that's where I have the one worry because I've got one guy kind of acting up. Don't read anything into that. They're just, these tracks probably need a good, it's all V. Is it a V60? I thought it had some differences. But I want to get that Württemberger C-Class going a little faster. There we go. But there goes that little Württemberger C-Class. So I got 2 of my new steamers in action today. So So yeah, we got two of our Danish contingent here. So let's go. Where's my cursor? I'm bouncing between 3 monitors now, so it's a little harder. Let's start up here. You can kind of see, I wound up not having to move the Central Station 3, but things are a little tight here. I did have to move this camera. So which one is it? Delmenhorst low view. So this camera is now giving a slightly different view than you're used to. Not what I want you to do. Trying to get you to level that way. So that's a slightly different angle. There we go. Of course, nobody's there now. They're all on the other side. Gonna see a few guys here in just a second or two. I do like this. You get trains going in every different direction, different distances away. Oh, yeah. Hello, Christoph from the Isle of Man. Willkommen. Hello, Sir Christoph. And Sirman. I'm very sorry to hear that. I saw your email. It's been a busy day today, so I have not had time to sit down and get to it. I got to get the floor trains going. But right now, I got these trains too scattered. No matter where I put a camera, it's where are the trades? And on the floor, we're running that Class 390 Javelin celebrating the London Olympics and the Class Intercity Swallow livery. Hello, Sir Digger. Welcome in. Great to have you. Yeah, I saw your latest video, and I did comment on that. Now, a sad warning to everybody who looks forward to it, but my better half, my other half, my partner in crime, Joyce, will not be on this layout or will not be on this live stream this week because she has a 4:45 appointment, an eye doctor appointment. So that'll probably take up, by the time she gets home, it'll be after 6 o'clock. So Joyce won't be here today. And then in a couple of weeks, she might not be here next week either. She's going to miss 2 or 3 of the next few live streams because she has different. All right, Monsville, you take care. Hey, Sir Raymond of Legs, how are you? All right, good night, Monsville. Or it's not good night, but yeah, go take care of you. And somebody else came in. Sir Tom of Houston is here. And Sir Randall of Ellison is here. Howdy, howdy, hi. But I got to get used to this new array in which screen, because the screen in front of me does not have the live chat on, but it's the easiest one for me to control what I'm seeing. I've got the OBS screen in front of me and then 2 screens. This screen is controlling the trains that I'm not controlling with the Central Station 3 monitor. This computer monitor is helping me run trains. And this monitor has the other monitor on the other side to my right has the. All right, take care, Sir Eric. Appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, it has the StreamYard with the chat. So depending on what I'm doing, I'll be looking over here for the chat. And then looking here at the camera, because as long as I don't have to, I can take a quick chat. So it was just nicer with OBS where I could have the chat right here and look straight at the chat while looking at the camera to watch the trains. But I'm bouncing over here. Suppose I could move the StreamYard here now. Yeah, maybe that'll work. That should still work. But yeah, the other big news. No, I did not catch any of those videos. I'm sorry, Ifo, I did not. Yes, Raymond, MS Model Bahnshop Lippe is shipping to the United States, but they're using FedEx, and FedEx will tack on the tariffs. So you have no idea what it's going to cost until you order it, or you go look at what the federal government, the American federal government, is charging on tariffs coming over. So the thing is, FedEx will notify you you have a package coming and that you have to pay extra. I already did that with Canada, where I had a package from Canada from FedEx. And they just send you an email, says, are you going to pay at the door? Are you going to come into our store and pay? Or you can pay online. But that's how they're doing it. They put it on the delivery company, and the delivery company are now adding their own charges to do that. So it's just, they get you coming and going. Andre, I did enjoy your last video. So yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, the video I put up today was my 1,000th video. I'm not looking for congratulations. It's not a pat on the back. It's not a good job. It's just, for me, it's mind-numbing, mind-blowing to think I have produced 1,000 videos and posted them on YouTube. Because I have made all kinds of other videos that have never been posted on YouTube. Or any other social media for that part. I'll let your imaginations go where you want with that. I'll neither confirm nor deny any rumors. But everything from kids' holidays to special wedding events, family events that I film and make videos. Hey, did I see Sir Lee of Banfield Road is here? Hello, Sir Lee. I think I can slow him down a bit now. Oh, that's a nice shot. Everybody coming into play there. But man, I do love the trains. I love this Württemberger C-Class group. I just can't wait. But the problem is, everyone that's available online is in Europe. The actual baggage car that goes with that set of cars. I can get it at wild, crazy numbers. Everything from 17 euros to 80 euros from France and Spain. I think there was one from the Netherlands. But they're all in France and Spain, and they're online. But the shipping is just killer. Yeah, Evo, I think I do. Because the Class 18s are 462s, are they not? The 462 are the Class 18s, and I've got 3 of those. I've got the P8 and the 38. Hello, Sir Anthony and Sir Pete and Dame Sue. Welcome in. So that's 5 right there. 3 Class 18s. And then 3 Class 18s. The 2 Rheingolds. The black, the green, so three Class 18s, the Württemberger C-Class, the P8, and the 38. So absolutely, I have enough to do an all Pacific, all 462 running session. That doesn't mean I will do it, but that's definitely there as an option. So yeah, that's actually a cool question. All right, let's get to My hope is next week I'm going to run all the new trains. Oh, right. The Christmas 01 and the Class 01 too. I knew I had a couple more. I was just brain farting, but I got to 6 and said, yep, I got enough. And then, yeah, the Christmas 01, the other Class 01, and then, yeah, the 012. Oh, I love Obebe with one exception. When you buy tickets for Railjets, they do not allow you to pick your seats. And when they give you, like my wife and I booked on the Railjet, and on one of our tickets, they had us sitting in solo seats away from each other. And the car wasn't booked. It wasn't like the car was booked and those are the only seats available. They had us next to each other across an aisle. And even when we took the trade, there were plenty of paired seats extra. We actually asked one of the people, could we sit together in another aisle as long as it's not reserved? Because absolutely, how could you? And when I said, hey, it's my wife and I, and you've got us sitting apart, why would you do that to us? Oh, you prefer the old bow tie logo? I don't know. I'm so into modern and so many things. Not that I like modern art or stuff like that, but I do like the sort of the digital cool. Oh, look at that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them passing there. Well, welcome Platform 7A. Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you. Thanks for stopping by. Did I see somebody say hi was here? Hello, sir. Hi. So another of our beloved Dutch friends. Our OBB related to Ryanair. The OBB 1144 1144 is the beste Lokomotive. The Alpenstaubsauger. The Alp vacuum cleaner, as we Germans call them. To be honest, I don't know what that looks like coming to mind, so I'll have to look it up. The Alpenstaubsauger. I am going to make one order because you got to understand, Raymond, that anything you buy from AJC Kids, if it's coming from Europe or China, is still going to have the tariffs on it. So you're still going to pay that import fee whether you're buying it from Germany or not. So I still think I'll save money buying from Märklin direct, or I'm sorry, buying from Lipa direct than buying from one of the American shops. You got your first U.S. loco coming. Cool. I have one American loco. I'd like to get at least one modern, but I also would like a New York Central in that black and silver or black and gray livery. Those are gorgeous. But I want a modern era Amtrak. But I need a modern era. Hello, sir. Klaas de Baas. Another friend from the Netherlands. Cool. One of these years when Joyce and I travel, before we get too old, we've got to spend some time in the Netherlands. We do want to spend some time in Amsterdam and Rotterdam. But there's just so many countries, and with us going to Great Britain and one more trip to Australia, it gets in the way of some of the, that sounds wrong when you say it that way. My apologies. But it delays everything. We also lost 2 trips during COVID. Yeah, Anorak's Anonymous is a great shop online. But they'll be at, they weren't at Getz. Yeah, they were. They were at Getz this past year. Last year. Eurotrain Hobby only sells Roco. and Acme LS models. Oh, I bought some. Well, it was Roco. Correction. I bought Roco from them. I think my Railjet came from Eurotrains Hobbies. Or was it the other one? Euro Rail Hop? No, that's. Oh, well, there's just so many of these companies with same names. But it was so cool seeing the Danish Vectron with the Czech cars. I was looking at it going, that looks like a Danish Vectron. And then it was. I'm like, wow, I could actually do that on my live stream now. I heard that Graham from Lakeside Junction, Graham Folston, I heard he's going to go to Getz this year. Man, he went to Getz the year before the year I was supposed to come. Joyce and I were supposed to come and couldn't make it because of COVID. And then the year we did make it, he doesn't go. And now the year, should I take it personally? Yeah, Euro Model Trades, Eurotrain Hobby. Yeah, I've got all three saved. I could just never remember which one is which. I can even remember their logos. I just can't. I think Eurorail Hobbies is the one in Canada. And yes, they're three different shops. I just can never remember which one is which anymore because I don't do business with them. I have them all saved. Romanian, Amici Ferrovieri or something. Oh, Romanian. That's good timing. Yeah, Simon, I caught that. The guy who posted the picture explained it. I was just thrilled to see it because I didn't know until I saw the picture and then read what was going on. And then Jean Ricard and I talked about it because Jean called me this morning and helped me with my trains and with these locos that were being problematic. And so I was like, oh, speaking of which, I saw this picture today and we talked about that. They're getting ready to do this Copenhagen to Prague route. And so they have to test them. It was still cool to see. It's just one more consist I can make up. It's like a new train without having to buy anything. Woo, there you go. And hello, Sir Darren. Let the party begin. You're here. Well, we had already started the party, but the party can only get bigger. Except the party will never be quite as good a party as it could be because Joyce will not be joining the live stream today. So at least on my end, the party will be a little more subdued. Is anybody coming by the bridge? Yeah. There we go. And there you can see that cool 44. Let's catch him here. All right, we're going to get 3 crossing here. All right. The Czech, the Württemberg, and that new class 44. I can't tell you, Jean, how happy I am to have this 44 running and working. I am so glad you pointed that you got me looking at a couple of things. And then, of course, I still had to clean it and repair it. But obviously, the gears are running just fine now. But again, that Class 44 was created sometime between 2000 and 2003. And it had never been out of its ice block. It had never been opened up. The plastic was actually kind of stuck together. The wheels showed the traction tire showed no dirt. They were spotlessly clean. The pickup shoe, the ski as we call it, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, on Märklin 3 rails, this is your pickup shoe, your ski, as a lot of us call it, because it looks like a ski. It looks more like a ski than a shoe. The Germans call it a Schleifer. But that was like polished clean. There was not a scratch on it. It clearly has never run. So clearly the gear lube or whatever, the oil sitting unused for 20 plus years had seized up. And it took some work, some cleaning, getting inside, taking the motor apart, getting inside. And there still was a part that was sticking, but boy, once we got it rolling, that sticking part apparently is not sticking anymore. You know, you could still move the gear, the big gear, you could still move it, but it hit a part where it took just a little bit of pressure to move it, where normally it would roll free. But once we got on the track and moving and ran it in, it is running clean. Yeah, the 11-lane view is a great view. I mean, some views, everybody's got their personal taste. Everybody's got their personal taste. I like this view because you can kind of see the hill. And so you can see a train passing behind the hill and the trees. Whoa, dude, you're flying. We're going to give you a speeding ticket. You need to slow down, little dude. That little V60 is flying. He's another convert. He's another one that was analog, and I converted him to digital. Go through these. All right. And you guys have already mentioned it. Yeah, I say what comes to my head as long as I don't need to censor it. Even now, having put the green grass on this little loopy layout down here, and then putting the little siding walls that I decided not to use, these little stone walls here around it just to hide some of the wood. It's not much. It's not good, but it looks cool. Just that little bit of green scattered grass and the trains running through it. So it's not just a block of wood. I think it adds a little bit more to those UK trains and other guys that I run down there, the American trains. I am going to fairly soon. I am going to run some German stock down there, some of the German DC stuff I have, the 2-rail analog stuff. I am going to run down here, so it won't be just a 00 layout. I also run the American train down here. Hey, Sir Andy of Dobson is here. And did I see Von Don Eisenbahn is here? Hello. Yeah. And unfortunately, carburetor cleaner is the only thing I still have in the garage. I don't have any pure gasoline, clear gasoline. I don't have any of those old industrial cleaners because Joyce with asthma, my daughter with asthma, I really started going with less abrasive. But when you want to get into these lubes and clean them up, you need the harder stuff. Now, fortunately, I was using Conducta lube. Here, I'll go to the big cam. Come on. Yeah, it's Atlas Conductilube, which I was told to get this when I got into model trains. It was one of the first things some guys at the Model Train Club told me to get. Get this. Get XL Rail Conditioner. Get Bachmann Easy Lube. And Super Lube. I got more lube down here than the Mustang Ranch. But anyhow, I was using this. Now, the thing is, you need to use this with like cotton swabs, or better yet, something that isn't fibrous, you know, where the cotton fibers come loose, because you don't want to get the cotton fibers in the gears. But this takes a while to evaporate, but it does degrease. Like we had some stainage in the turbine from even when they tested it, and that cleaned it right off. But see, I like this view too when a train's coming. The only problem with this view is you got to time it, watch when the trains are coming. Because you can only see the train coming up. You can't really see any other trains. Hey, Sir Aaron of Aaronville, thank you. Yeah, I saw the bus. I wouldn't have recognized it, but I did see there was a bus. I mean, that's probably a cop-out answer, but, you know, when I'm watching model train videos, I do look at the scenery if people have it up. I don't care what they have. I look, whether it's just platforms, because I like to see where your imagination's going. I like to see what people are thinking, whether you're on the floor and you've got just some platforms and maybe a building or something. I just like to see what I try to imagine what you are putting there. You know, you don't have room to put the buildings and everything in, but you put some platforms in, you put a shed in, maybe a storage depot somewhere. And from that, I've got a very creative mind. I can kind of build a picture in my mind, which may not be what you're intending, but I see what you're trying to do. And if you've got a good imagination, then your layout doesn't have to have everything on it if you have a good imagination. I'm not saying don't put scenery on, but you do what you can. Hello, Sir Jeff. You missed it. Willie is here. It's his birthday. All right, Willie. I can't give you my official birthday greeting. You're too young. Willi! Alles Gute zum Geburtstag! Alles Gute zum Geburtstag. Zum Wohl. And hello, Dirk. The question is, which Dirk? Southern Cross. Because we got Dirk from Chesky Trains who sometimes comes in, but right now he works. Hey, what, Jeff? Sir Jeff, what can we do for you? Oh, my God, why am I still on my freaking face? You guys are here to see trains, not me. Actually, this is a cool view, too, to see the trains passing with the Delmenhorst, pseudo-Delmenhorst in the background. And just in time, 2 trains passing. You would see an IC1, the white with red stripe. You would see that in Delmenhorst. You wouldn't see the Austrian one. Those would go to Bremen and then go up to Hamburg without going through Delmenhorst. They'd go the other way around. You like view 15? Yeah, I do like this. Again, I would show these views more I don't think about it, but it's also, you just rarely catch the trains in action here. But I will often, in fact, I'll do it right now, just so everybody gets an idea. We'll follow a train around the layout to the different cameras. I always call this camera 1. As you can see in the upper right, it's camera 1. Coming around the curve. Camera 2, the Dumb and Horse Station view. Camera 3 is looking back over everything, the village view, I call it. Camera 4 is down low, roughly the same angle looking at you. And then this one, that's 15. This one's 13. These were added later. These were not part of the original cameras. There's that view. Here's the original camera 4. Camera 5. Camera 6. Camera 7. Actually, camera 12. Sorry, I'm clicking through some of them fast because they do catch it fast. And so here it comes. So these camera numbers are not in order because they're in the order I added them to. And then the long view, you can see it getting ready to go up the ramp again. That's it back there coming up the ramp again. So you can see I originally had 9 cameras because this was the last view. I originally had, actually I started with 5 views. My first live stream, I had 5 cameras. Because as I always tell the story over and over and over again. Hey, Sir John of Mystic, how are you? The Royal Wizard. The Royal Alchemist. But this is the only camera view where you really can see pretty much, well, you can't even see end to end, but it gives you the biggest view of my layout, how big these tables are. And I do refer to them as tables because really that was a table and this was a table. And then this was a desk. But I like this because it's also the highest up view. It gives you, it's the closest to a drone view I can get without a drone. Suppose I could stick a wire and a camera right up here. That would be interesting. Stick a wire up here and have 4 cameras angled out. Beep, beep, or just 2 cameras, one that way, one that way. Have this overhead shot. Well, 3 and get an overhead shot that way. It'd be like a drone view. Well, that's cool, Jeff. That's cool. I'm glad that it's running. And, you know, it's great when you have something like that that has an emotional connection. It just makes, that's the one thing of all the things in the train hobby, no matter the size of your layout, how well it's developed, there's only one thing that I'm jealous of. In the model train world. The one thing I am most jealous of, or the only thing I'm jealous of, is all of you guys that have a connection with your fathers or other previous generation through your model trains or modeling in general. That's what I'm jealous of. All of you that have that mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, father, uncle, that you shared that as a young person, or when you got into the hobby, you shared this interest with them, or they got you into it somehow. I don't have that. I stumbled into model trains strictly on my own by accident. You know, I have that connection. I have a connection with my kids through some video games and wargaming. And just, you know, I've got a good connection with my kids. but I don't have that with the previous generation. I didn't have a connection with anything with my father or mother or siblings. My love of Germany is a connection to grandmother and some aunts and relatives of that aunt. My connection to Germany. None of your family are into model trains, Dino? You know, and my father did buy me a model train when I was 6 years old. Well, 5 years old, Christmas of 1969. But he never showed the interest to play with it with me. And by itself, I found it boring. And once we moved into, in 72, when we moved into the house where my mother still lives, this small little paper house, if you leaned on the walls, you could fall through into another room. Just real El Cheapo, low working class housing development where they built these houses cheap and sold them cheap. My brother and I had a closet for a bedroom. It was barely big enough to, quote, be a bedroom. And we had bunk beds on one side and a dresser on the other, and you had about 1.5 feet of space between them. You weren't setting up trains. There just wasn't any place to set up trains anyhow. But I had other toys that interested me more. I always had toy soldiers. I played sports. I was outside all the time, regardless of the weather, playing whatever sport I could play. In the one neighborhood, because I didn't dare show my face in my own neighborhood, I had to sneak out and get across the street to my friend Eddie's house. And then once I was with Eddie, people didn't mess with us. Casey Jones was your nephew. Your dad was a train driver at Newport. Yeah. So these grand connections. Yeah, the Stay Puft stuff was funny. And by the way, people, if you don't know Jeff's channel, he's got an end gauge with some humor on it. He's got this big end gauge that he's working on and revising and fix it up, but some beautiful trains, and he's got some really cool scenery and some funny stuff, all the stuff that appeals to me. So if you haven't checked Jeff out, check him out. And Jeff, get to know everybody here. The best thing we can all do is, you know, talk to each other, communicate with each other, get to know each other. And then you can find out people who share your passions, interest, and go. Good for model trains and Labelle oils. My mom used to use that for her sewing machines. Wow. All right. If you're leaving, Christoph, take care. Thank you. Good Abend. Bonsoir. Arrivederci. Arrivederci. Well, yeah, I'll have that connection with my grandson, but there is a difference. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just one more aspect of this odd mind of mine. But to me, there is a difference between the connection you have with your children and the connection you have with a previous generation. And yeah, as far as model trains go, yeah, I wish I had discovered this hobby earlier and raised my kids in it to share the passion. When I get a new train, you are the people I get to share it with. I don't have friends. I don't have, well, you know, you people are my friends. I don't have somebody next door, somebody in the family I can say, hey, check out my new train. As Kyan gets older, he will. But like when I say, Kyan, look at my new train, he's like, yeah, I want to play with that one. Opa, put your new one away. It's ugly. You know, he's got a couple he likes, and he could care less about the rest. He did enjoy racing the Class 18. And then yesterday we came downstairs, and I already had the live stream set up, and he's like, Opa, I want to race the little green one. The little green one? It was a big green one. No, the little green one. And he walked right over and pointed to one of my KLVMs because he knows those are for him. So he walked right over to a little KLVM, one of those little, like, steamer shunters, and the little green one, that's what he wanted to race yesterday. So he wanted to play with that one. So I took a train off and let him run, and then he put it down here and wanted to do some shunting, and he played with the P38 a little bit. Dad was not a fan of model trains. Okay, Randall. Yeah, and of course you work in the rail industry. You're not sure where you fat in this? Because it was an old toy. You get one of those old toys, and those videos will go viral. If you had the original Evel Knievel figure to go with it, you probably would have doubled or tripled. Because that old toys working, especially classic toys of our generation, people that had these toys in the 60s and 70s, yeah, they're the lifeblood of YouTube. So yeah, that I'm not surprised that video went viral. That short went viral. If 20,000 is viral, to me it would be viral. I've got one short that went 18,000 views, and that's the most. I've got several videos that are in the 7,000 to 10,000 view range, which are huge for me. And then I've got one short that went like 12,000 views and one short that went 18,000 views. Well, hello, Sir Alan Reynolds of Buckland Junction. Welcome in, good Sir Knight. Yay. You just found out your Nakamichi. God, I vaguely remember when Nakamichi, they tried to introduce him to the United States and it didn't go well. That's probably why it's worth money. The other evil video had, yeah, because the first one whet the appetite and opened the door, or whichever way it went. But you did like, wasn't there 3 of them? Or you had a video and 2 shorts? But yeah, you had the toy, it catches the wave. But if you try to ride that wave again, unless you're doing something different, like, okay, now we're gonna jump it over the dog. If you really want it to go viral, get the Evel Knievel figure. You can actually find them on eBay. Get the Evel Knievel figure, because they did re-release it a few years ago. This company, and I'm trying to remember, they bought all the old Shopper toys and a lot of the old Marks and Mego toys, and they re-released them. They re-release all the classic toys. All right, let's change this camera. We've been here for a while. Shh, Tim. Shh. Hello, Sir Tom of Märklin Train Layout. No, I did not find it. That is not the proper one. It is, but it's the only one in the United States that was under $20. So I bought it just to have it for the hell of it. It's a tin plate too. Yeah, Yamaha, the problem is growing up, I was heavily influenced. In my family, you don't buy Japanese. So we would buy Magnavox, which back then was made in the United States. Philips, which came over from Europe, but you didn't buy Japanese. My family, my relatives, my older generation had not gotten over World War II because most of them fought in the Pacific. So You know, being a Dodge, you didn't drive foreign at all. You didn't drive Japanese or European. You drove, they would tolerate, but they would tolerate GM, they would tolerate Chrysler or American Motors, but if you showed up in a foreign car or a Ford, my family gave you grief. My uncles, my aunts, they would yell at you, "What the hell are you doing driving up there?" Yeah, there you go, Dirk. Yeah. Yeah, I had my cousin William. My cousin William showed up at a Dodge family reunion in a Mercedes because he was in a job where he was making money and he bought himself a really classy Mercedes. And my family, including Germans who had married into my family, gave him grief. But I just, I eventually grew out of it. I just don't care what other people do. As long as it doesn't hurt me in any physical sense or hurt other people. Now, back in the 70s when the American car corporations were dying, yeah, buying foreign cars was killing our economy. But now they're all made over here anyhow, and the American cars are made over there. So everybody makes their cars somewhere else. You're starting to lay your 009 track. Finally. Well, that's good. Yeah, I would say if you're going to go 00 gauge, you probably want 00 platform. I'm not worried I should say that. That would be a lie. I do worry about what other people think of me. I want people to think, if anything, I may talk too much, but that I'm a likable person. That I will be, people who know me know that I will be there for you if you need help at any time of day or night. I don't snitch on you or rat. Well, I shouldn't say snitch. I mean, if you told me you killed 5 people, I'd probably go to the cops. I don't give away anything told to me doesn't go past me. Outside of politics, the only person I say anything nasty about is myself. Hey, Sir Artie's here. Your borrowed Austrian passenger trades. Well, that's what you get. You stole my IC4. I steal your OBB passenger cars. But, I'm a very open person. I don't hide anything. So it's not like I'm looking for compliments. The one time I look for compliments is when I'm truly being creative. If people want to tell me how awesome they think I am, go to the songs Joyce sings on our playlist and say, great singing Joyce and great lyrics Anthony. That's where my ego, if it needs stroking. The Matt Clark stuff and the parody songs. Everything else I do, people are free to come and go. If they don't like the trains I run, they don't have to stay. If they don't like what I talk about on a certain day, they don't have to. I got 2 dislikes on my Oktoberfest live stream. Well, I can't blame them. I was mad at the poor video quality. I couldn't control it, but hey, Sir Andy of March West is here. Awesome. Who's got a video up with all his Class 66. Hey, that Andy, March West Junction, and anybody else from the UK, obviously, or anybody who knows. Now, 66s are called sheds. Are Class 59s also called sheds? It's because I made all those jokes about Bavaria. Yeah, I never give a video a thumbs down. If I don't like it, I stop watching after 2 minutes. If I watched it 5 minutes because I thought I might like it and then don't like it, I turn off. It's not that person's fault I watched it. Now, mind you, if somebody puts up a video that comes onto my feed, and in the middle of the video they say, Adolf Hitler was a cool guy, then yeah, I'll probably go to that thumbs down and probably flag it as well. Yep, I'm that kind of person. I don't take kindly to that kind of people. All right, sir. Hi. Thank you for hanging out with us for the time here, about just over an hour and 10 minutes. It's very much appreciated. I'm glad to see you've been posting videos again. The BR 112.1 Kastenlock. Yep. And you know, I asked that question, then I didn't look for answers. Well, Chris Froud, Chris from the Valleys, you're maybe a better man than I am, because I could probably put a couple of people on my list of people that I do hate. Hate is a strong emotion. I hate to think it. I hate to feel it. But there's some people in the world that because of its boxy shape. Yep. Well, Costin is a box. 58s are bones, 59s are daddy ying, 66 are yin yings. Okay, then. So 59s are granddad shed. So they are called a shed. Okay. I only asked because Andy put up a really cool video today with an amazing collection of 66 and 59s. And he said, running of the shed, some 66 and 59s. And I didn't know if he was referring to just the 66s or if the 59s. So 59s are granddad sheds. Okay, that's cool. See, I like learning stuff. Yeah, thank you, Christoph. I had a lot of fun with Oktoberfest, which is why I was so disappointed, because the internet was making what you guys saw bad. I could see it live. Even on my StreamYard and my OBS, it was all 4K. You guys are the ones seeing it in 144 or 480. It's like every week something has gone wrong. Every week. The last month or so. But it's always something different because I have different trains on. And those trains never acted up. And it's been derailment day where everybody's derailing. And then it's uncoupling day where everybody's uncoupling. And then it's short out day where I've got one train shortened every time it goes over a point. Okay, and it took me forever to figure out what train and what car was doing it. No, it's not, Andy. Shh. Don't jinx me. And speaking of which, our friend Dwight, we typed it out when we found out and posted it on whatever, but Joyce and I send you our best wishes for a speedy recovery. We both know what it's like to fall and mangle part of your body. We've both been there and done that in the last couple of years. Joyce did it last year while we were playing tennis. She got twisted around, totally lost her balance, and landed on the concrete and just bruised all her side of her body, her arm. Twisted her ankle up pretty good. I was on a step ladder that apparently was on its last legs, literally, because one of the aluminum legs crumpled, and I went over like the Tower of Pisa without being braced up. That was about 10 years ago. And that was in the garage. All right, Sir Anthony of Middleport, it was great to have you here. Thank you for spending some of your time here. And there are so many pubs, restaurants, movie theaters, and places to go on a Friday evening over there that you spend some of it here. I'm always thrilled when people spend some of their Fridays with me here. Yeah, you gotta be careful there, Tom Couples. You said bye, Anthony. I was like, I'm not leaving, or are you leaving? And then, oh yeah, Anthony from Middleport. Short attention span there, short memory. Long-term memory's fine. Short-term memory, I forgot what I was talking about. All right, here comes that 44. Not that you can see it all that well. Camera can't decide on what to focus. I keep trying to stop the camera. Let's see if that'll stop the zooming in and out. Got an invite to an op sessions in a week on Amazing Layout. Anybody going across the back? Nope, you guys just came up, so let's go to Village View. Ah, wrong way. Hi, Pete. Joyce is okay. Joyce will not be joining us today because she has an eye doctor appointment. And then she's got a meeting next Friday. And then she's got another doctor's appointment. She's scheduling all her appointments after work because she does not want to spend her sick days. No, Artie. Your rail jet locomotive should be fine because this is my EC. This is my Austrian IC locomotive. You've heard of long arm of the law? Watch Artie on Saturdays because there's long arm of the criminal. I break through time barriers and dimensions. Hello, Sir Brad from Willow Creek Industrial Spur. Great to have you here. Yeah, she's getting her vision checked, but also because there's a small issue behind one of her eyes. They're gonna check that. Hello, Sir Brian from Clintonville. They've got there's a little something behind her eye they're a little bit concerned about. Well, yes, they are the same model, Artie, of course. I'm just trying to throw you off the scent. Got a gnat. What the heck's a gnat doing here? Had a little crown on him, too. Oh, my goodness, I just killed King Nat Cole. Oh, no. Oh, thank you, Dwight. Yeah, I'm happy with how these cheap trees did here. And they add some. This is one of my favorite little scenic views here with the tree set up, the little hill there. Yeah, and I like watching the trains pass through the little pass between the two hills. Don't swat the gnat, milk it for beer. Dude, if you milk gnats for beer, I'm both interested and terrified at how you would do that. You saw some good-looking apple trees on Model Bond Shop. Yeah, he had some good scenery. You bought plenty of buses at Reiner's. I've got plenty of buses, too. They just aren't running. But someday, my friends, I shall have that Fowler car system working and working correctly. Well, that's the thing with YouTube, Aaron, is, some people get uptight about YouTube, and it's not worth getting uptight about. You use it when you want to use it. You walk away from it when you don't find a use for it. You just got to know, what do you want YouTube for? Because I think some people come onto YouTube and unrealistically think that they're going to do some stuff, show some stuff, and they're going to get 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers like that. And then you get guys that will tell you, well, here's how you get more subscribers. Here's how you get more subscribers. But you can follow all those things, and it still may not work. There is a dumb luck aspect to YouTube. When I had 100 subs, I thought, no way I'd make 200. When I got to 200, which was just over a year in, holy crap, I made 200. And then I started doing some shows about Märklin, and that got a lot of people in. And in a year, I went from 200 to 500 subs, less than a year. And no matter what level I reach, I'm just, You know, that's why I posted that a community post that YouTube sent me 3 messages. You just passed 50,000 viewer hours. You just passed 500,000 views. And I'm like, wow, 500,000 views, 500,000 people have looked into me. And I'm like, Joyce is like, wow, that's a lot. And I'm like, yeah, but so-and-so gets that in 2 days of a video. But you're not so-and-so. Yeah, I know, but it puts it in perspective. What took me 8 years to build, somebody else gets in a few hours. So the plateaus are all sort of, it's all relative. It's all a matter of perspective. Hey, Sir Dave from Scott Rails. The Loco, I should really run away for about 5 minutes, leave you on your own. My train should be okay. I'll be back hopefully in 2 minutes. That's not where I wanted to go. Let me see. Let's do that view. I'll let you guys have that view real quick. If something goes wrong, whoops. See, Dave reminded me to go check the mail. A live unboxing, an unboxing. There's going to be an unboxing. Watch the V60 derail. Who was saying that? Andre, no negative waves here. Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves. Why can't you just say something beautiful and righteous for a change? Woof, woof, woof. That's my other dog impersonation. It's a mother beautiful bridge. Think that bridge will be there, and that bridge will be there. Ah, well packed. Well packed. But thanks to Dave, I had to finally break down and buy this. But I finally found one in a decent price. But first of all, speaking of mail, all my Steam logos are coming today. Oh, that's cool. I've got a bunch of spares because when I got into this hobby, I had friends going, make sure you got plenty of spare traction tires. I'm like, what? Traction tires. What are traction tires? The little rubber tires. I thought the wheels were steel. Yes, but they have little rubber on some of them. I did not know that. So I have traction tires of Märklin traction tires of at least 7 different sizes. Although I am getting low on a couple I need to redo. They just don't pop like they used to. The champagne's open. All right. Anyhow, Sorry, guys, you're going to have to stare at the main camera. My apologies. But I go to Canada, and Dave Scott walks up to me from Scott Rails and says, "Here, I got a box for you." Then he said something about, "If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?" And I had no idea what he was talking about, so I just walked away and took the box with me. Anyhow, let's get this on camera. No, you can't see it. Dave, this is the Loco to go with the cars you got me. This is a French 231, and it would have pulled those cars. I really wanted to get the 241. And by the way, if Evo is still here, yes, it's another 462. Although in French, they don't give it the 462. They, like the Japanese, they name it by how many wheels you can see on one side. So it's a 2, 2, 3, 1. There are 2 in there. The other one's just up there. Hello, Sir Dave from Down Under. So yeah, that's a beauty, isn't it? And now to drop it on live TV. This is from the same guy I bought the 44 from. Same guy. Okay, that looks like it. Oh, that's bent, though. I'll have to fix that or replace it. Actually, I think I've got one of those. Yeah, the ski is a little bent, but there's not a lot of wear on that ski. I think somebody took it out of the box. But that looks like it might have had a test run on it because there looks, if you look really close in the light, somebody might have run this a couple of times. But, yeah, the ski is a bit bent. I'll have to try to bend that back into place or just replace it. I actually have one this size. But there it is. My French. So now I have France represented. Except this guy also needs the conversion therapy or surgery. This is analog. I've got to make it digital. Fortunately, one more locomotive and one more decoder. No. This is analog with nothing in it, Dino. This is analog. I think it has lights. Yep, it has lights, but that's it. So when I put the decoder in, it will not have sound. But $100. $100, $50 for the decoder. $150 for a Märklin digital steam locomotive that will run forever because this is those old Alstom motors. Yeah. Now, yeah, I went on a spending spree here. All these locos were $100 to $130. And so you can add up 4 locos, $100 to $130 each. I had to move some money from my savings, my retirement savings, to allow me to expend this. But really, it doesn't hurt me. It just hurts my kids. They now have a few $100s less in their inheritance. But yeah, that is a gorgeous beast. Hey, buy me an Aussie train set, Mr. Big Bucks, and I'll run one. It'd just be really hard because I'd have to nail the tracks to the ceiling so it can run upside down. All right, let's get my ugly face off the camera and get to some trains again. He's nothing here. He's nothing here. But yeah, he's a beauty. And it's not black and red. It's green and black with some yellow. But yeah, beauty. So he'll get his decoder hopefully this weekend. But I'm hoping to run him with those French cars next weekend. Because I don't want to open it up on camera, Jean. You'll just have to wait. I do not want to start messing with it on camera. Woohoo, look at that. Passing each other. But wow. Yeah, these books are like new. You know, I've had a couple of gifts over the years. Dirk from Southern Railway here gifted me with I think it was the Rail Pool Class 86. And then somebody gave me the Blue Tiger. Somebody else gave me the Blue Tiger. I might be mixing up who gave me what. Okay, and I've got, so this one also blows smoke, and it needs the, which one is this, 3317? Yeah, so it needs the Zoita number 20, which I think I have. Yay! So there's the old Alstrom motor. Okay, this has the two-prong light bulbs. Maximum speed can be individually set. Okay, yeah, it's got those tags on it. Okay, yep. And then digital locomotive. But this one's not digital. I forget which one's digital. Oh, the 3618 would be digital. Well, hello, Cal Aviation 84. We got to knight you. You're new here, or at least by that name, you're new. Let's get you knighted. All right, Cal Aviation. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. You're now a knight of the rhomboid table. You have the royal blue spanner. You can now post the link to your channel if you have one. You can share a link to any channel you think is cool or interesting. It doesn't have to be model train related. It just cannot be religion or politics. We don't talk religion or politics here. We don't share religion or politic videos here. We leave that stuff outside. Or at the pub. Yep. Yeah, I wanted to get as many smokers as I could. There's that gnat again. I thought I killed him. King Cole Gnat lives. Back when you had that big layout, Artie. But come on in, get to know. Tell us. I assume your name is Cal Aviation. If that's California Aviation, do you have a? And it looks like there is a plane on your ID bag. So are you a pilot? Do I have CSX? No, I only have one American train that I'm not running. Well, technically I have 3 American trains. One of them's a false flag. I have an old Baltimore and Ohio with an F7 that runs on my floor layout, which is 2-rail analog. But everything I run up on this layout is European, except the occasional time when, because I have a fake German ICE3 in Amtrak colors that says Amtrak on it, but that never existed in reality. And then I have an actual ICE Amtrak, the ICE 1 or 2 that ran in the United States for a couple of years. So I have no CSX or any of the North American rail lines, other than I've got an old Baltimore and Ohio train that I will occasionally run on this layout on the floor. Otherwise, it's all Central European, German, Austrian, Czech, but now I also have Danish and French. So I'm expanding my horizons in Europe. I'm expanding my borders. Today, Europe, tomorrow, the world. Yeah, Märklin does make, no, it's just your aviation channel. I don't think Märklin has made anything CSX. They've made a lot of American road names. They have made a lot of them. And they've just made a bunch of the, what is it, the 44s, the GE 44s with all kinds of road names. Union Pacific, Norfolk Southern, I believe, Heritage Pennsylvania Railroad, Kansas City Southern. There's at least 5 or 6 different liveries that they've released it in so far. And then going in the past, they've made Baltimore and Ohio and Santa Fe and a whole bunch. Nothing wrong with aviation. No, as long as it works. Yeah, I think ESU did make in one of their 2-rail, 3-rail, but I have not had luck with a couple of ESU locos. Jagendorfer Collection and ESU, I think I'm avoiding from now on, and as well as Piko Hobby Level. Yes, that's it, Randall. They did 2 different versions of the BNSF livery. They did 2 different versions of the BNSF livery. So 2 Union Pacifics, 2 BNSF, and then a few others. But they've released other ones like, God, they did a small release of one just earlier this year. And I'm trying, was it the Wisconsin and Southern or whatever? I don't know. Yep, I'm a nervous passenger in the air. I'm very nervous when I'm in the air. I don't like heights. Yeah, BNSF has some. It's the main one for upstate New York. Yeah, CSX goes through here. I'm in Toledo, Ohio, Cal. So, yeah, CSX, I think, is the primary one through here. Back in the day, we had Chessie and Baltimore and Ohio. But I know I see more CSX than anything going through. But Toledo's on the main crossing north, south, and east, west. So, a lot of things go through Toledo. But like today, I'm running a bizarre mix. I have 3 what are called intercities, Eurocities, ICEC. EC means they go cross country. IC is a speed designation. ICs are high-speed trains pulled by locomotives, as opposed to in Germany, they call them ICEs, which are the really fast ones that have cab units. And then in France, you have the TGV, and every country has their versions. Well, hello, Sir Floyd. Welcome in, good Sir Knight. Great to have you here. Just bought a Santa Fe Andre, first U.S. Loco. Okay, so it was a Santa Fe you bought. I knew you said you'd bought a new American, your first U.S. Loco. Now we know it's Santa Fe. Well, I've got a pill a doctor gives me now that keeps me calm. But yeah, we are running a, let's go to 11 lane. Again, that's the easiest one to see, everybody. That red on top, gray in the middle, white stripes, that is Austrian, if you don't know. That is an Austrian intercity, Eurocity express train. I've ridden on those. Actually, I've pretty much every train here except the old timers. Now coming down, coming from the upper left-hand corner and coming down, that is a Czech. That's a Czech. A Czechian, as they now say, Czechia. It's no longer the Czech Republic, it's Czechia. So Czechian would be the adjective for it. That's a Czechian ICEC, which I rode from Hamburg to Prague on. And then the white one with the red stripe, that's the German IC, which I've ridden way too many times to count on. Oh, okay, Randall. You may be getting a second class 18.5. Well, I hope you do. Also known as Interregio. Well, they were known as Interregio. Although I thought Interregio was a level down. I thought the IRs and the IREs were like the longer, faster commuter trains. But again, that's only what I know. How should you start? Well, everybody will give you a different opinion, but Kyle, this is what I'll tell you. At least for your first video, if you're comfortable with it, put yourself on camera and discuss what you're into and what you're hoping to do. And if you have some trains you want to show, if you already have some track down, show some of your trains. But to me, what I look for in a channel is I look for the person. I want to know the person behind the trains. Let people know you're human. And then hopefully you got a good personality that comes across, even if you're shy. Now, not everybody wants to be in front of a camera. I get that. But I think everybody should always do at least one video, if you can, where you're in front of the camera and let people see who you are. You're not ready for a face on camera yet. That's fine, Raymond. That's fine. But again, if you don't go on camera, let people know who you are anyhow. People always love to know if you go into a channel, if you get interviewed, one of the first things people are going to ask you is what got you into trains? Why do you like the trains you like? People always want to know. When I have new visitors on this channel, I will often get emails or they'll ask at the channel, why, as an American, do I run European trains? So why do you do what you do? What are you hoping to do? And then there are other things that make channels grow, which is it's more popular if you're building a layout or got a layout done. My layout is not done. But people like to see what you're doing. They like to see what you're working on. But again, they like to know who you are. That's in general. Now, I've got friends who will never go on camera, and I totally respect that. And they understand that, hey, they're kind of limited. But again, I've got two friends that won't even put their voice on camera. They won't put their face on camera or voice. It's messaging, text, which if that's what they got to do, that's what they got to do. I'm not going to tell them not to do it. I'm not going to tell them they have to do it. You got to do what you're comfortable with. But the way you start is, who are you? You're like planting a seed. You're planting a seed, and the way you're going to grow it is water it. Who are you, and what do you want to do with your trains? And whether you're on camera or not. And then the other thing would be, especially when you're starting, two things. One, try to post videos on even if it's that specific day of the week. And I don't do that. I post a video when I have something to talk about and throw it out there. But early on when you're trying to get started, post a few videos just to get out there. But do what you're doing now. Come into chats and start talking to people. You come into a chat room like this, and I say, hey, everybody, check out Cal Aviation's channel. You'll get 10, 15 people who will probably go check your channel, and some of them will subscribe. So you just, and I'm not saying that I have that kind of influence, because there's other channels that they give you a shout out, you'll get 100 subscribers. I might get you 3 to 5. Any chance of that BR112? Oh, I don't know. Right now, because of the issue with buying from over there, Andre, the number one thing that caught my fancy was the Rail Force One dual mode big guy. What was it? The 3219? Was it a class 3219? 3019? That's the one I'll probably order. Or I'll get it in DeutscheBahn red. But hey, Sir Mark from Stanover, thank you for popping in. That's awesome to have you here. We had Sir Alan Reynolds was here earlier while he's working in the loft. It's that time of year where you guys up in the lofts can get up there. It's cooler, so it's not too hot and not too cold yet. But, all you guys are just, it took me a long time to get where I'm at now. And I've got friends that have been on YouTube longer than me who don't have, quote, the size of channel I have. But didn't appreciate trains up the kitchen. Yeah, I suppose if I tried to build my layout in the kitchen, Joyce would not be happy either. I think that's a cool name, Caltrain 84. Sounds cool. Do you have any videos up on your channel? Tell you what, let's see, I can't get to it that way. Let me get up to it this way. Or would you start a different channel? So this is your aviation channel. And I've got friends like Alan from Dragon Junction, Hot Dog Pilot Andy. They're into aviation too. So they might be able to check you out as well. But if you do get a train channel started, because I kind of limit I have 3 things I subscribe to right now, or 4. Comedy, history, model trains, and that's really it. And I usually, I got to watch a channel, and as I was telling you, I want to get a feel for the person. Do they come across as likable on the channel? And then if they do that, then I subscribe. So if you get your channel going, pop back in here and I'll subscribe to it and check it out. Trains don't get jealous when you buy more trains. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Aaronville. I tried to buy other women and Joyce got very mad. Yeah, when I buy other trains, my other trains don't act up. When I buy new trains, my other trains don't get jealous. But if I try to buy other women, for some reason, Joyce gets very upset. See, there you go. Kiwi Dave just checked out your channel. Yeah, that's all right, Mark. I'm on at a weird time anywhere you go in the world. It's late in the evening on a Friday for all of you in the UK and the continental Europe. It's early morning for my friends down under. People in the United States are either working or just getting off work. And my American, even though I'm an American, the smallest, well, I think Australians are the smallest group just because population-wise. But I have a lot more Australian friends than American friends. But North American, if I count the Canadians in that. But yeah, UK is my biggest group. Not my biggest group of viewers, but my biggest group of subscribers for some reason the UK, which is weird. An American guy doing European trains, and like I'd say half the guys in this chat are from the UK. That's because I hang out with everybody on the UK. I need a rust a lot. Thanks for dance with my. See, that's just it. I don't dance. Joyce would love me to dance. I told her when she retired, we would take a proper dance class together, and we would both learn to do all the dances, the tango, the foxtrot, the horizontal boogie. Wait, no, sorry, that's not a dance. Please just roll back and erase that comment. We have another new person in chat. Who? Anthony Downs. Well, hello, Anthony Downs. Anthony Downs. I now declare you a knight of the Rhomboid table. Anthony Downs, you're now a knight of the Rhomboid table. Feel free to share a link to your channel if you got one, or anybody else's channel you like. Just no politics, no religion. Chris, I dance like a dude who grew up on undanceable rock and roll. That's my dance. If it's headbanging music, if it's slow rock and roll, if it's one of those epic ballads like Kashmir, it's dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun. Day in the life. I read the news today. Oh, boy. But that's my dancing. All my dancing is neck up. Wow. The new Anthony is also a Kiwi. Welcome, fellow Anthony. Welcome to another Kiwi. We've got a few Kiwis here. Kiwi Dave, obviously. Our friend Monsville is originally from New Zealand, and their family still lives in New Zealand, but they moved to Australia, where I have a lot of Aussie friends from down under. I have a lot of Aussie friends, and then there's this guy named Artie. Well, hello, Sir Brian, the Rock Rail fan. Brian, Rock Rail fan. Great to have you here. And thank you for mentioning my channel all the time. I appreciate that. I haven't said thank you enough. I need to go in and say thank you. I don't want to see a dance. Well, to be honest, Andre, don't take it personal. I don't want to see any man dance. To be honest, I just like to see Joyce dance, which is very rare. Joyce would probably dance more if I knew how to dance. We go to parties and weddings, you know, and family get-togethers where they're playing music and some people will dance. And Joyce is always like, "Come on, dance with me." I said, "Wait for the slow song where I can do the standard, untalented male dance where you hold by the waist and go once, and try very hard not to step on her feet." The very first night I dated Joyce, she She forced me to dance with her. Our very first date, she forced me to dance with her, and I had to make sure I danced far enough apart. Leave room for the Holy Spirit. Yes, Artie is going to re-invade North America soon. Oh, you had a knee operation. Joyce, Andre, if Joyce were here, she would be giving you all kinds of love and sympathy. Joyce has had multiple knee surgeries, including knee replacement on her left knee, right knee. Oh my God, I can't remember which knee it's on now. I think it's a right knee. And her other one will need redone eventually. Back in your clubbing days, you did the cha-cha-cha once and fell out of a window. Well, there's a story and a half, Chris. I will. Oh, well, yeah, Pete, I will dance, if you could call it a dance, if that were to happen to me. Wow, I've been on this camera for a lot today. Let's get some of the other views in. Somebody's coming around the corner here. It'll be coming around the corner when it comes. The IC's coming around the corner when it comes. Your wife had her right knee replaced. Yeah. But that's the thing. Anybody who doesn't know about knee replacements, you get the knee replacement, they give you one night of rest, and the next day you are up moving. They come in and they work it while you're laying in bed, and then they get you up. Let's learn to walk on it with crutches at first, because we don't want you putting full pressure on it. But man, they do not give you a lot of time to commiserate in your pain. They're like, up, get moving. Your YouTube channel is now 200 away from 2,000 subscribers. Awesome. Well, I can't get you 200 today, but maybe we'll get you a couple. Because I don't know how to say this without sounding, I don't know how it's going to sound. I have known many of the people in this chat. I have known many of these people in this chat for years. We've been talking. We did COVID together, where we went from Tim Wells' chat to Jenny Kirk's chat to whoever else's chat. And then the next day, Tim Wells and Heath from Humanity Junction used to do a morning live stream a couple times a week. Tim Wells, Family Model Railway, Tim Wells, blah, 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 all his different channel names, Tim and Rosie. Chris Winningham, our late dear friend Chris Winningham. We had and through COVID, when all of us were sitting at home going stir crazy, we kept each other sane by just going into so we really got to know each other very well. Tim Dowd, probably one of my longest YouTube friends. Christopher Ravensbridge. We got to know each other. And I got to know all these other channels, but as a young guy talking to some of these channels, they would have 1,500, 2,000 subscribers, and I had 150 or 200, and they just look so big, like, oh my God, they've got 2,000 subscribers. And at the risk of getting into trouble or it sounding the wrong way, I've caught up to some of them now. I've caught up to some of them. They were huge, and now I'm that big, and I don't feel that big. Hello, Chuck Schreiber. Now, I swear you've been here before, and we've knighted you, but we will re-knight you. And not to call you a knight to the round boy table. Chuck, add a link to your channel. I see you in a lot of chats, but that's what you do. You go chats, and it's a little harder now because most people are back to work. But, I'm now at 2,700 subs, and there's a couple of channels that were huge to me. at 2,000, 2,200, and now they've got 2,800. I'm at 27. I'm as big as they were. And that mind boggles me because to me, they're still big channels and I'm a nobody. Speaking of Anthony's and Tony's, Tony Pinnell's, if you're out there, dude, I hope you're okay. And I hope you can find your mojo and find some positive vibes. We miss seeing you, even if it's just seeing you. Hopefully you'll be at Getz or something. Mark from Model Railway Fantasia, if you're in the background, whether you're in Poland or in the UK, I hope you're well. If somebody knows, please let us know what's up with Mark because we haven't seen him in months. Do I like SMT Mainline? Harrison is great, but I'm not subscribed and I don't watch his videos because I'm not subscribed. But he's an awesome channel. He's everything that's right about YouTube and model trains. And that's probably why he's popular, why he's big, because he's one of the biggest North American channels. So I tend to stay subscribed because I watch every video. I don't necessarily catch shorts or community posts, but I watch every video of the channels I subscribe to. And I comment on 80% of them. I watch, so I'm only subscribed to about 500 to 600 channels because, and 2,700 subscribe to me. Because if I'm subscribed to you, I subscribe to you because I want to connect with you. Now, that said, I'm still subscribed to a couple of really huge channels that I don't get the time of day from, but I don't watch their videos anymore either, and unless I really have free time. But I'm retired, so I have a lot of free time. You just uploaded your September. All right, well, we will check that out because I believe I'm subscribed to you, Brad. But there's just so many people, and you got to go with what goes. And I've got, again, I think Harrison is great. I think SMT Mainline is an awesome channel. But when I was really getting into channels, I wasn't following American and North American continental stuff. And I filled up with a lot of German channels. And then I started making friends in the UK. And only in the last couple of years am I really starting to make friends with Americans. So I'm aware. But, yeah, it's the people that I can talk to and really get to know. Yeah, and that's well, I mean, obviously I have trains and content, but whether it's good content is it's beauty's in the eye of the beholders. Um 170th birthday for passenger trains in Sydney. Yeah, well, it was 200th anniversary for passenger trains in the UK. Multi-track drifting and trimming. Yeah, Mark, you never have to apologize. I don't expect replies. I don't expect people to do what I do. I don't consider it like everybody should. I have the ability. It's just a personal moral compass I have that when I'm friends on a channel, I want to really be friends. I don't want to just be acquaintances. I want to be friends. So I will watch the videos and I will comment on what I saw. And nobody has to respond to the comment, but it's my way of saying thank you for posting a video. I watched your video. I didn't have to watch your video. So thank you. Well, yeah, the thing is, just to give me an excuse here is I did take 2 years off of Matt Clark. You've done 3 series in a 2 year and a half period here now. But the problem is, Randall, you're creating characters that at times I may have to say, okay, that's non-canon. That's not canon because Joyce found out you created a 4-finger Bill the Fourth or 5-finger Bill the Fourth. And Joyce is like, Anthony, was he even married and did he have kids? And I'm like, well, apparently he did because there's a 4th. So now I got to figure out how did he have kids? All right, goodbye, Eric. Thanks for hanging out with us. Always appreciated when you and the family stop in. Well, you know, that's the funny thing. He started as 5-finger Bill. He died as 3-finger Bill. And somewhere, now he did have a year off. He didn't appear in season 3. So there's room there to create a story where he met a woman. I always think about that now and then. Like, could I go back, like characters like I've killed off, could I go back and tell stories? Like in the back of my brain, I still think I would a Smokey and Goliath off series be funny. And it would be absolutely dirty, but Smokey and Goliath would be a hilarious, like, offshoot. Spin-off. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, Kiwi Dave, you got to go. All right, thanks for hanging out with us. Have to have a tour of trains for you then, Andy. Okay. He's creating the characters for the comics. He's getting ahead of me, though. All these people are spawning, and I'm like, hang on, wait a minute. But at least it's obvious that Matt and Lil, but now you got to figure out who they're descended from because Matt and Lil have the twins, Luke and Leia. And trust me, I don't know how many people are catching it, but their senator, the guy that was the senator that was the dirty deed doer for Stanley Steamer, he's Senator Paul Patine. We definitely have a Star Wars thing going somewhere down the line. I don't know what season we'll get that, but it is intentional that they had twins and they named the twins Luke and Leia. And if you watch Christmas 4, if you watch the post-credit scene in the 4th Christmas special, Matt, honey, is this normal for 1-year-olds? Lil, I think we better talk to Melvin and the elves. Melvin and the elves. I said Melvin, it's Melvin. Lil, honey, I think we better talk to the elves. You should. You should. The worst that's going to happen is you only get a few people watch it, but maybe you'll make some online friends, Anthony. Maybe you'll make some online friends. I talk about it a lot, and I apologize that I over talk about it. And again, no, I don't. I had 5 male friends that we had been buddies for over 30 years. And within 18 to 20 months, they all dropped dead. I'm the sole survivor, other than my best friend Dean's wife, Deb. But my best friend John, my best friend Dean passed away. We're the last 2 to pass away. But bam, 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 all during COVID. 2 of them from COVID related. The other 3 from cancer. Well, 2 from cancer and 1 from... he had diabetes and he did not take care of it, and it finally killed him. He was constantly getting infections. He lost part of one leg. He started losing part of the other foot, and he just did not take care of himself. He got to a point where he didn't care anymore, and they all dropped dead. So, yeah, I've been I don't have live friends nearby that I can go to the pub with or whatever. So my friends are the internet, and I've met them. I've gone to the UK and met people. I went to Canada and met some of these people from these channels, lovely people. The only thing I'm sad about is I can't afford to fly over to the UK and visit these people. In the summer, I could probably drive up to Canada and meet some people more often now that I feel more comfortable with them. So hopefully that will happen, because Canada is only an hour from my door. Kiwi Dave. Well, thank you, Kiwi Dave. And people say, okay, I'm in my 60s. People die, at your age, friends and people start dying. Yes, they do, but you don't usually lose all 5 like that. Okay. You do watch your friends start dying off, or you're one of the friends. You do see that, but to lose literally my entire circle of friends, bam, 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 bam. I was sick of funerals. And when the one died, we knew the other one was dying. Yeah, and Joyce wants to get down that way. I haven't been to Athens, Ohio since I was in college and drove down there. But we're going to go visit the Serpent Mounds, the Serpent Mounds. Joyce wants to get down there. I'd like to get back into Chillicothe again. Well, I thank you for that, Pete. The thing is, I went to Getz to meet people. And when you get there, you find out there's people who came to Getz just because Joyce and I were going to be there. And that blows our mind, because we're just schmucks. And you guys are all stars on our TV, because that's the weird thing when you meet fellow YouTubers is most of us don't feel like we're anybody special, but we watch you on our TVs. You are TV stars. Dino is on my TV. Andy is on my TV. Pete is on my TV. All the Marks, all the other Andys. Peter, the Allens. You guys are all on our TV. Marks. Well, I've already mentioned all the Marks. You guys are on our TV. We watch you. You're TV stars. You have a video on. We stop watching what we're watching and we watch your video. You're TV star stuff. We're just schmucks. And the first time we got an inkling of what we were to some people, and again, it sounds so egotistical, like the very first YouTuber we met live was Tim Dowd. He will always hold that honor. He's the first YouTuber we met. We met Tim Dowd, and he was so excited to meet us. He hopped on his train at Newport, found us at the station, hopped on, and got on the car and rode and talked with us to Cardiff, stayed at the station and talked to us, and then went back. But while he was on the train, and Tim, if I'm misrepresenting it, let me know, because Joyce and I are like, hey, it's Tim. And he's looking at us like, it's Anthony and Joyce. And one of the first things he did is he started talking to us about Matt Clark, which season 2, I think, had just come out. And he asked us to do the voices. He wanted to hear some of the voices. Now, we talked about other things first, but gradually he got, and that's what it hit, like, he likes Matt Clark, and he wanted to hear me. How do you do the voices? And when I did the voices, he just grinned. When I start doing some of the voices. Matt, did we just blow up? Yes, Diesel Dan, we just blew up another train. You blew your Achilles playing cricket when you were younger. Yikes. Not cool. But you are, Pete. You say you're tiny channel. All right? I still feel my channel's tiny. And people say, well, God, then what do you think of my channel? I just feel like I'm part of the small group. Even though, again, when I look at the subscribers, I'm what I considered a big channel 5 years ago. Now, other people look at me like a big channel, but I don't feel like a big channel. The only thing I feel like is that I clearly have met a lot of people who are great people, and they come here every Friday. That blows Joyce and me away. I know you get sick of us saying it. Joyce and I get blown away that so many of you have been here every Friday or almost every Friday for years. I can't believe how many of you, because a lot of people come in and then leave. All right. Hey, Cal Aviation, thank you for visiting. Please come back. Not because I want you to love my channel, but let us know when you start your train channel, because I would love to see what you're doing. No, Randall. I would love Matt Clark to catch on. I would love somebody to come in and say, "Oh, we'd like to do a cartoon of Matt Clark." I would love it. I would want creative control, right to edit. Hey, there's Sir Greg is back. You're tiny, but you're not tiny. You're big on our TV. And we've met you, Greg. You're big to us. When we met you, you were the star. We were just the nobodies. And I'm sure you felt the same way, that we were the stars and you were the nobody, I guess. But that's the hardest thing, is you meet such beautiful people. Greg and his wife, Kathleen, are just beautiful people. You can't meet nicer people. And I started following Greg because he was doing all these cool lighting systems. Hey, there's a squirrel. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess I treat it as a social network. It's my pub. I don't go to pubs in reality. Besides, I got a bar over there with beer. And by the way, I've still only had one beer since that beer in the Oktoberfest video. You're always the star in your own action flick. I'm not even the star in my own life. I think Joyce is the star. Your grand would never get in a green car. Some kind of interesting phobia. So you bought a green car so you never had to take her anywhere. Well, that is taking notes and being ready, Chris. But then you are that type of a brilliant mind. See, even in my own world, I'm not the star. Joyce is the star. Which is fine. She's better looking. Hello again, Christoph. And again, hello, Sir A Squirrel. Every time I see your name, A Squirrel, I think of the old Monty Python bit, A Tree. Super, super. Oh, quite the Renaissance bit, actually. $700 meters. 700 meters of running line. Wow. Yes, I would like to see that. You're going to be your own miniature wonderland. I think I have about 130 meters of running line. Not even that much. 120 meters of running line with 6 lanes going. All right, Floyd, have a good supper. Later Floyd, not be confused with Laser Floyd. Hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me. Are there any trains home? Come on now. Now, for those of you with cameras, the view to make you angry. All cameras at once. I haven't shown this yet today. Shipping air. Oh, no, Brian. Oh, wait. So you got the ones you wanted and Challenger tires. Well, that's a win then, I hope. Fun fact, yes, most Germans cannot say the word squirrel correctly. Squirrel. Squash. I never, don't go any further, Raymond. Don't go any further. But talking about music, I never liked Kid Rock. Never liked his music. And to me, he was always a fraud. Talking about coming from Detroit and being a hard, badass rocker boy. He came from a wealthy suburb of Detroit. His father owned a line of car dealership. He was a spoiled, pampered, rich boy his whole life. And I just hate guys that grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth and then try to come across like they're somehow street tough badass. I saw it too many times in high school. All right, so Pete is calling it a night. Well, thank you, Pete. Good night to you. Hello and good night to Sue in the background if she's anywhere abouts, and even if she's not. See, I'm so used to, I don't know what to do with this last hour. I'm so used to Joyce coming in, and she's not going to be here today. And it's like, oh my God, I have an extra hour to fill. Is there anybody? Yes. We don't know if there's anybody in there or not until we look. Schrodinger's Pink Floyd. Uh-oh. Wow. Was that psychic or what? Now, I love Ted Nugent's guitar playing and a couple of his songs. He actually did a couple of good renditions of Beatles songs, but I never liked him either after he did that bit where he conned this family into letting him adopt their like 16 or 17-year-old daughter so he could keep her in his house and have underage sex with her. And he was in his 30s and she was like 16 or 17. Anyhow, for the last half hour, thank God I was running out of things to talk about. Like that would ever happen. Where are we at? Where are we at? Let's go to the host view. So we've had a few new people today. So those who are new here, this is the one, the only, the inimitable better half, Joyce, coming after a long day of school and an eye appointment.
Yep.
There she is.
How would you look like?
You don't look quite as tired as last Friday, but you still look a little stressed. But maybe that's because your eyes have been... So you look a bit more awake.
Yeah, I did a few tests. Yeah,
Oh, you need a mic.
you do.
I don't have a mic, just an Anthony. Well, I do have a mic, but I can't show that on TV right now. Ooh! Oh, he went there, kids. He went there.
Behave.
I'm
All
always
right.
behaving.
Hi, everybody. So, hi, Chris.
I always behave, just sometimes
Hi,
well
Pete,
and
if you're
sometimes
still
badly.
Hi, Randall. Hi, Tom. Hi, Greg.
You need the little
Everything's going
mirror
well?
with the mirror part cut out with the little handle so you can be like Romper Room.
Yeah.
I see Johnny and Davey and
Hi,
Susie
Colin.
and Betty.
Hey there, Artie.
And I see you, Billy, and knock it off.
Highness, huh? Hello, Andre.
Andre 3000.
Yeah, hello, Southern Cross. Hi there, Digger.
But that's not the first time you've seen the Southern Cross.
No, it's not. Hi, Andy. Hi there, Lee. Hi,
Which Andy?
Raymond.
All Andys.
Hi, Andrew. Yeah, there are a lot of them.
Andy Andrews.
Hi, Chuck. Hi, Stanover.
That's Mark.
Dr.
That's Mark.
Static.
That's Mark. Yeah,
right,
that's
Mark.
right. See,
Yes,
she knows
yeah, I
Captain
got
Static.
that.
She knows Captain Static more than Mark.
Who is Ohio?
We were talking about dancing, and I said that one day
Hi,
we would
Tom.
start taking dancing classes
Hi, Aaronville.
when
Good
you
to see
retired. And I
Yeah.
thought that would be a motivation to get you to retire sooner.
Oh, no, I'm
Nope.
sticking on.
No, I can't win. Oh, my
you had
God.
knee surgery?
Joyce,
Oh, yeah.
here it comes. Coming around
Yeah.
right there. The 44, the one that yesterday at this
Wow,
time
you
was not
got- I
working.
know. I'm so happy you got it to work. That's wonderful.
Dr. Ricard, I consulted
All
Dr.
right.
Ricard and performed
thanks for
surgery on
coming
the
in.
patient.
Good.
And
Thank you, Anthony
We're here.
Downs.
I know how to
here.
fix the lights and the one that the lights aren't working,
Awesome.
which confirmed. I thought I was like, for some reason they should have a short, but they or not a short.
You got a lot of steamers today.
two
I see two.
steamers.
All right, that's what I was seeing right now.
I'm running the new Württemberger,
And you got your little shunter over there.
and I got the little diesel shunter there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm running the 2 earlier era steamers, and then I'm running 3 ICs.
What kind of knee surgery did you have, Andre?
Well, hello, Carl, Sir
Yeah,
Carl.
football game, gotcha. Oh, hi, Carl.
Oh, I told him that you would show him a lot of love and sympathy because you've had many knee surgeries.
Yeah, I have had many knee surgeries.
But the bad thing is I forgot which knee you had replaced. Is it the right knee?
It's the right knee.
It is the right knee.
My right knee was replaced. The eyes were fine, she said, so everything looked good, which was good. She scared me a little bit there. So,
I told him you had an eye appointment.
yeah, I did.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, was it arthroscopic, or did you have to have the whole thing cut out? You know, do you have a long scars? I guess what I'm asking.
Project more. I'm not sure they're hearing you.
Yeah,
through
I
the mic.
know. Well, my throat's sore.
Oh,
This
I'm
was my Eclipse shirt. I don't use one-time shirts, and the diamond is part of the Eclipse.
Well, if you're
You don't know how to explain it in English. Okay, that's all right. Then don't worry about it. You have a scar. You're right. So I will sympathize
she's got a
with
lot.
that.
She's got a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want, if your voice is hurting, you can sign to me, and then I'll tell them what you're saying.
No, it's okay. I'm all right. I'm just hoarse.
You're just a little hoarse.
Yes.
Would that make you?
Yeah.
Would that make you a pony girl?
Yeah, there we go. I'm a pony girl.
If you're a little horse, that makes you a pony girl.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We just went R-rated, kids.
Yeah, sorry. Teasing.
All under 16 out.
Yeah. So it's okay.
No, you're fine, Carl. You're fine.
Knees are a pain. They usually heal. So, yeah, we'll compare scars at York. Okay, we can do that.
How many knee surgeries have you had,
we can come
Andy?
back.
How many knee surgeries have you had, Andy?
And
Because
you've had
I know
knee
you've had
surgery,
at least 4.
I think 3. Okay, maybe it was 4. I don't
You've
know. I
had
forgot.
4 plus at least 2 other mild procedures.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've used this knee to Kingdom Come, you know. Yeah, let me put you on my phone too.
Hey, are you trying to say Joyce is hairy there, Chris? He said Shetland pony.
Oh my.
She's not that short either.
Yeah, I took 3 groups out to the prairie. Oh, hot, even though the temperature isn't that high.
The only scars I have are knife
Yikes.
wounds. Well, no, I've got, see, even my shoulder surgeries on both arms, I just have 4 little dots where they went in with the micro
Right.
saw and sander. They literally had a microscopic sander they put on my shoulder. Compact. Are you compact? That would make you a compact Dodge.
I'm compact? How am I compact?
I'm just assuming. I said, are you saying Joyce is short? And he said compact.
I'm not that short. I'm, average to tall for women.
You sort of now.
I need to see your new bus model you got. That's nice. We'll watch the video. I assume you did that?
Well, he put up a video the other day. He put up
Yeah.
a couple of cool videos,
Yeah, nice.
which I watch, but
I'm
I
glad
involved in
you're-
watch of Joyce work, so she
I'm
doesn't
glad,
catch up with
I'm
much.
glad you're happy with it. That's the most important thing is that
Joyce
you
only
like
sees
it.
the videos that comes out after she gets
Right,
home.
or later.
because
Yep.
I've watched all the videos that came out earlier in the day,
Right.
during the day. I'm just sitting on my computer watching one video or working on a video, or I'm down here
Oh, it's
working
in
on
the
the train.
community tab. Okay.
Oh, it's
Then
in
we'll
the
take
community
We'll
tab.
take a
All
look
right,
at
well,
it then.
yeah, I miss community tabs.
Yeah, right. We'll take a look at it then.
I'm shocked when anybody sees mine because I miss most. I sometimes see
Anthony
community
is fluent in
tabs.
German. If you typed it in German, he would understand. Andre.
Yeah, I do
I
speak
would
German.
understand some.
Ich spreche Deutsch.
Spreche nur Deutsch.
Ich spreche Deutsch. Ich spreche Deutsch. Ich
I should
spreche
say
Deutsch.
spreche
Ich
nur ein bisschen
spreche
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
Yeah, I can say that.
Ich spreche kein Deutsch. Ich verstehe Deutsch nicht. Deutsch ist mir Quatsch. Deutsch ist mir Unsinn.
That one I know. You speak English. Yeah, you just said you didn't know how to describe your surgery.
Yeah, but see, that's the
That's
thing.
all right.
See, you
It's okay.
learned English. You took the effort to learn a
Right.
foreign language.
Yeah.
And I like that. So I have agreements with some of my friends in Germany or colleagues in Germany that they speak English to me, I speak German to them. And we have these amazing eyes when we're on train rides together.
Yeah.
People are like,
Yeah.
he's a German, but he's speaking English. You're speaking German to him, but he's speaking English to you. What's
Yeah.
going on here? Why don't you both just speak German?
Saying no Bahnhof.
Because they want to practice their English, and I want to keep my German sharp.
Yeah. I
Ich
actually.
verstehe nur Bahnhof.
Yeah, I understand that.
Ich verstehe nur MOBA. Ich verstehe nur Modellbahn.
Oh, yeah.
Wir alle verstehen Modellbahn.
Ja, verstehe das. Das,
I love you, Andy, really.
yeah, really. So,
Not you, Shorty. Can you feel
mommy
the
English.
love?
Aussie English, American English, and BS English.
No, you don't speak American
I was
English.
gonna say,
No,
I
I'm sorry, Artie.
don't really
You
know
don't speak
how well
American
your
English.
American English is. Everybody who sees you knows you are Australian. Okay. Oh, okay. So she fed the farm animals for you. That was nice of her. Pommy English. Yeah, what's this pommy English?
See, the only thing that you understand about American English, Artie, is you understand that there are certain words you
moin,
can't say. Oh, Plattdeutsch. Yeah, moin
Moin
moin.
moin.
Moin moin.
Yeah.
Ja, I know.
Yeah, we don't understand a lot of Plattdeutsch, but we can
I
follow
can understand it,
along
but I
quite a
have to
bit.
hear it spoken for a while
You do,
before I
yeah.
can speak any of it.
But we love the.
But I don't know all the little dialectical.
Of course, yeah, we
words.
love the miniature Wonderland. They love the moin moin.
I can understand Plattdeutsch and speak it a little.
No, there's no different gas and petrol. Indeed. Well, that's British English and American English. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you know certain words not to say.
Although Americans understand
To
petrol
ask an
too.
American for something to smoke, you say cigarette, and not what the UK and
Right.
Australians say.
That's Yaya Binks talk. Binks talk.
That's Jar Jar Binks talk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
No,
a bit
he was
complicated.
mooey.
Yeah, it was more
Ooh,
mooey.
mooey,
Mooey.
dear.
Mooey.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Andy, what do we do?
Gosh, we haven't seen Jar Jar Binks in anything in a long time.
No, he was so. I didn't think he was that bad a character.
Well, I didn't think he was that bad. He was
but
funny.
he
The
became
kids liked
hated.
him.
He became
did.
hated.
The kids really enjoyed Jar
The
Jar
kids
Binks.
liked him,
Yeah.
but the Star Wars purists
Yeah.
hated him. I considered myself a Star Wars purist enough so that the original Return of the Jedi was garbage.
Yeah.
Bunch of stuffed teddy bears overthrow the Galactic Empire.
Right.
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
You didn't
yep,
like
yep.
that. Yep.
We're going to cook and eat you guys, but she's
You
too pretty.
gotta-
We're going to give her a nice woodland dress. You can't eat them.
can't.
They're my friends.
You can't underestimate the short ones. Me, sir, is a Sith Lord. I can't talk today. Oh, where are you? That
Misa
could've been
is Sith
close.
Lord now. Misa is Sith Lord now. Me kill all Jedi. Misa gonna kill all the Jedi. Misa gonna make them dead.
Yeah. Well, and then there's Yoda talk. And
Yoda talk, where you just you
Yeah,
end
makes sense.
the
So places
you
were not
end the
the same
sentence
way.
with the subject verb compound with the verb in front of the subject.
I took 3 groups out to the prairie today. Oh.
So say I. No shit.
They're sweaty and hot. Oh, all right, Mark. Take care. It's
All right,
nice you
good
came-
night,
nice
Mark.
you came in.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Sure do.
Did you bring
Right
home
away.
dinner or decide
I
not?
didn't because I thought it was too early. I sent you a text. You did not respond. You can go out and get dinner afterwards. Why would I get it then when you were doing your live stream? It was back at 5:15.
We shall talk about this later.
Yeah, we'll run out afterwards.
Let
I went, you know, Liz,
me
I don't
see.
know
Did you
if
send
she's
us?
in the room.
Did you send me a
I
text?
did send you a text.
Oh, how about that? I'm done. Want me to come home a little early for dinner?
Yeah. And I said, screw it, I'm coming home. Because I knew y'all would want to see me. Daisy says,
You didn't see.
if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. But thank you. Everybody's got us up to 50 already.
Ooh.
Thank you.
I'd like to say not now, Miss Coggett, but I'm thinking right now, Miss
Why do I
Coggett.
keep getting these ads on here? That's weird.
Oh, and you got to see
Okay.
the newest toy arrive.
I have some of this one.
The French one.
Look at all these things in there. That goes with your colorful train.
That goes, no. The colorful
not.
train already has its logo. It's right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, cool.
This goes with the cars Dave gave me. So this one is Dave's
Oh.
fault. Dave was here earlier, but you can give him a wag of the finger if you want.
Dave, you're making us spend more money. All right.
So yes, that is
Thank you, Andy.
that's the new French one.
You are a doll, Anthony. Andy. I called him Anthony.
I hit it, sugar.
Yeah, it's my Ohio Eclipse shirt. None of us thought we'd actually see it because it rains a lot in April. And nope, we saw it pretty doggone clearly.
We saw it perfectly.
Which was just amazing.
It was muy bueno.
So I got a shirt for it, but I
Hey,
don't do
there's
one-time
Sir Todd
shirts.
of Trackside Action.
Although I was supposed to wear a red shirt today
Hello,
because
Sir
we were
Todd.
supporting
Armstrong.
Bowser's.
Welcome. Great to have you here.
Hi, Tom. We were supporting Bowser's homecoming, but I forgot. So I am in a black shirt, not a red one. Red one would not have been more
I
comfortable
missed
outside.
this one.
What's that?
Hello, Philippe Jonsson. Or do you say the J, Johnson? I got to remember my Swedish pronunciation, guys. Johnson.
Oh, he's Swedish.
Wow,
Okay.
awesome. Hello to Sweden.
Hello.
We've had
to
a few
Sweden.
Norwegians.
Sweden. Let's say
Although
right,
speaking of
Sweden.
Norwegians, we haven't heard from Stefan in a while. Skål, Stefan, wherever you are.
Right.
But
So hello, welcome in.
welcome.
We don't think that's Swedish, of course, but it's the
No,
closest I've got.
welcome.
Welcome.
It's been a long time since I learned any Swedish.
Swedish, yeah.
And I'll
Very
get shot by
different.
Jean Ricard if I start speaking Swedish before I speak Danish.
It's true.
Although to me, they all sound alike.
Ooh, he
Them
went
fight
there.
words.
He went there.
I have a couple of channels I follow that are all about the competition between Sweden, Denmark, and Norway.
Yeah. Did you knight him?
And Robert. Hello, Robert.
You need to knight him.
I did knight. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
By the way, I didn't declare him a knight yet.
Yes, that's right.
Philippe Johansson. And I declare you a knight of the Romboy table.
Very nice.
You are now a knight of the Romboy table. You may now post a link to your channel or any channel that can be about anything, knitting or model trains or anything except politics and religion. No politics, no religion.
Apparently not Vikings either. Oh, crystals.
Only
You're
country where
tired.
the crowds are interesting. Oh, I disagree. Crowds
Ich
should be
bin
interesting.
müde. Indeed. Stimmt auch. It's a long week.
But see, the one thing I will say, the one thing I do know, I learned this when I first got into Märklin trains a few years ago, is like a lot of you guys know Märklin of Sweden.
Oh, no. Lots and lots of cars. Very full, huh?
Autobahn 20 was a mess today. Oh, lots and lots of cars. Oh, just traffic, so
there you
hopefully
are.
not an accident.
Well, hello, Jean. Did I wake you up? She said my eyes looked good. I had to do a couple different tests. They were weird.
She did? She said your eyes look good?
Yep.
Only I'm allowed to tell you your eyes look good.
No, a ophthalmologist can tell me my eyes look good.
Okay, fine.
6 months back.
But
March.
see, you guys know the channel Märklin of Sweden. And he does use Märklin trains and track, or at least he used to.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't do that because he does Märklin. In the Swedish language, Märklin is the word for model trains. That's how dominant the Märklin company was, is that Märklin means
Gotcha,
model
John.
trains in Swedish. So if you say,
Yes.
what's the Swedish word for model trains? Märklin.
It's awfully late, and you need to get your sleep.
I don't know, but the bus was, oh, Artie, Swedish girls. Yeah.
1989.
You said Lee, did Lee say, hi, Lee. Did he come in? I thought he was here earlier.
Wendy was 1 year old in 1989.
Yep, our daughter turned 1 in 1989.
And I went back to school and finished my degree.
Yep, you went back to school? I'm just repeating what you said. And
You
finished
are.
your degree.
Yes, I don't know why you're repeating me, but okay.
I don't know. I'm just echoing.
Okay, Echo.
Okay, Echo.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, look at that big smile. So cute when you smile.
Thanks. You had a Danish
Trying to win points
girlfriend
after
at
all the
art
trains I
college.
bought.
Very beautiful. I'm not surprised. And artists, you know.
You had a Danish girlfriend? I didn't.
Nope.
That's it. The one and only girlfriend I ever had.
I stuck around. We got along
And
very well.
it's too late to trade her in for a newer model. I said it's too late.
Like you'd want to.
Well, that's just it. I didn't want to, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Where am I going to get brown-eyed, brown-haired girls
Yeah, I
that
got that.
put up with me?
You know,
there
he
aren't
never,
that many in the world.
I don't know that he had any children. You're rewriting our thing. How many months? Oh, golly, I'm not up to months yet.
She's got this year and one more.
And one more. And I'll count months next year. Although I will, you like the Italian girls because they were darker. Gotcha. You took her off to Queensland to the Great Barrier
Swedish were
Reef.
too pale. Yeah, I don't have. I mean, now, if they look like they haven't been in the sun in 20 years and I'm worried they might be a vampire, then I might be concerned. But otherwise, all I knew is from early on, I like dark-haired, dark-eyed girls.
Yeah.
Nothing else mattered. Well, there were a couple other things that
He's
mattered.
lying. Indeed, he is.
Who's lying?
You are.
No.
You needed more than that.
Well, I said there were a couple other things.
Yeah.
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 But it had to start with dark hair, dark eyes. If they had the other things, but not dark hair, dark eyes, I wasn't interested. Because I come from a German family. There's a lot of blonde, blue-eyed. I mean, if I take my glasses off, they're a little paler now than they used to be. But blue eyes, and I had blonde hair when I was young. A lot of blonde-haired, blue-eyed in my family. And then my mom was a redhead, so I could never get into redheads because it was the edible
Sean.
time.
I still want you to get enough sleep. Makes you healthier. You gotta do a few other things to make you healthier too.
Rachel and Ben.
Having a new baby. Oh, nice.
Wait, Rachel and Ben?
Yeah, who are Rachel and Ben? But
Yeah,
still,
I'm lost
congratulations. Well, it's not 24 months because we've gotten a month, so probably 23 months.
22. August and September are over with, really.
Yeah. So
oh, hello, Bohemian
you
Age.
can like whatever you want. So
Just came across.
next door, the neighbors. Ah, well, good for them.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations. It's exciting. To
I'm
have
sure you've
another
mentioned
baby.
their names a couple of times. I just.
Philippe, that's nice. Again, everybody can just like what you want in the new house. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But
Yeah, we're just gonna stay north.
so
We can come up with
redheads. Even though there were some close to redheads like Anne Margaret and Raquel Welch, that they were close enough to brown hair.
Are they
I
in a
could
new
go,
house or
but
are you in a new
dark
house?
haired.
How much of time skip was there between season 2 and season 3?
There was no time.
Yeah,
slip.
not really.
They're technically supposed to be a year, but
Yeah, he really.
there
did.
is a joke coming up. I've already recorded it where we're going to talk about how the series has been going on for 4 years and Smokey hasn't aged.
Right. But if you think about
The
it,
babies
when you
are
grow them-
aging, but Smokey isn't aging. Smokey is still 10. He's been
Sure, the
10 for
babies-
5
the
years.
babies are growing up.
The babies are getting older. Smokey isn't, and I got to
Smokey
deal
isn't.
with that.
Yeah. I don't know, you can put a mustache on him.
Because Smokey, what does that mean?
I look
Baby,
at one of my
baby,
Column.
yeah, we call him
We
Dannon.
call him
We call him
Dannon,
Dannon is 2 years old, and he's already got a beard
He
and a
still has
mustache.
a beard and a mustache, yeah. So, yeah.
All right, good night, Lee. Thanks for hanging out with us.
All right, Nightly. So no, it's really not that long.
But yeah, we got to figure out because
I made one of my colleagues a
he was.
bookmark, and I need to
I
copy
never got
it
to
for
finish that. Here
myself.
going on. Smokey was 8 years old in season 1, so technically going on season 4, he should be going on 12.
Right. You don't look 12.
He doesn't look
I
12.
suppose you could ask. Gosh, you changed his name. You could have an updated picture.
Colonel Cottonbelt.
Colonel Cottonbelt. We have an updated picture.
Well, the son's in high school now.
Yeah.
God.
It was even
Little
12-year-old picture.
Train Freak Jr. is in high school
Yeah,
now.
I know. Isn't that scary?
I don't know. At this, we could just go back and find a picture of our son, or maybe even one of my pictures. Well, I don't have one that young around here.
Yeah, we could try to find AJ. He had long hair and.
But he can't be 18 going, it's all a bunch of horse poop. I mean, it would even be funny if we had him going through puberty and the voice change.
Right.
It's all a bunch of horse poop.
You can do that next season.
Something wrong with your voice?
Oh, yeah.
So,
it's just the thing. We'd really like y'all to watch it. A lot of you haven't.
We're gonna have an updated episode where he's 14 and
he's
is
the same age as Cheyenne. And Cheyenne is a freshman.
It's all a bunch of horse poop. Just doesn't have the
She's
same
a freshman,
ring.
right? She's not a.
Yeah.
He's going to have to change a lot. He can still complain, but he's got to have different phrases.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have a different. Oh no, he's got to keep the same phrases, but they just won't have the same ring.
But I wouldn't appear.
Oh, shucks.
That's because I expected to be a lot longer, and I was going to pick up dinner, but it was too early to pick up dinner, so I just came home. Okay, gotcha, Randall.
Because she told
That
me
makes
she
sense.
wasn't going to appear.
I did not think I would make it.
I didn't lie. She lied.
It usually takes a lot longer.
Her appointment was at 4:45. You're usually there for an hour, and it's about a 15-minute drive home.
Yeah, so no.
That's why she didn't even bring dinner home. She decided she got done
they
too
got
soon.
me in early.
And rather than not show up, because she could have not shown up and said, hey, I said I wasn't going to be there, she instead shows up, and what do? You yell at me like I lied to you.
Yeah, he did not lie. It was just the situation was a little different than we expected. It would actually be hilarious. He had to do that. John, he didn't know better.
I'm like science, John. I don't lie. I give you the facts as they're discovered.
That's right.
And I'm able to change the facts
As more
information comes along.
Yes.
That's why at the beginning I said, I don't think we'll be seeing Joyce today. She's probably not going to be on because she said...
She doesn't do
See,
YouTube
even
videos.
when
Yeah,
it's
I know.
you, it's always
I got
me.
it.
And all I
I
did was
know.
compliment him today. All I did was compliment
Yes,
that
indeed.
Danish blue
He
cheese.
was helpful.
He was very helpful. And I've complimented him. I thanked him many times. And I praised him here on my live stream. And still, what does he do? He gives me grief because he couldn't dare to say Joyce.
But I'm here, so it's a happy surprise. Yeah, I know. It's that age they're not likely to go on. Tolkien messed with his canon.
Oh, Tolkien was always messing with it. That's why the Silmarillion never officially got released while he was alive. He was always rewriting it.
All right, John.
One of the better changes of the stream.
Did everything behave today? Was your gremlin gone?
Shh.
Still done.
I'll answer that in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, you get close. But already ahead of schedule.
One of the better changes. It wasn't a change. It was normal. It might be a happy surprise because you weren't expecting to see one.
Bugger, wrong keyboard? What keyboard were you using?
1216 Night Jet.
I read that as a
Bugger, wrong
1216
keyboard.
night jet, and I'm pretty sure they did have night jets in 1216. Now trains.
But maybe it's the address 1216
Yes,
Railjet.
that could be. Ah,
Well, the only backstory that could take place between season 2 and 3 would be because he took a year off. Remember, Five Finger Bill was in season 1 and became Four Finger
Right.
Bill. He was not in season 2 and then reappeared in season 3 where he was killed after becoming Three Finger Bill.
yeah, that makes sense. That'd be program.
So he does have a year in there where
Awful.
maybe he settled down and
Profiling some new.
I don't
engines
know.
for the
I
new
just can't
trains.
see. I
Okay,
can't see.
gotcha.
I couldn't see. I don't know which Bill to call him. Go back to the original Five Finger or Four Finger Bill.
Yeah.
I can't envision him. Well, I could envision him with an ugly woman.
Yeah, maybe an ugly woman.
And then you got Diesel Dan the Fourth. Now, Diesel Dan easily could have children, even though he's not married.
Right,
He's got at least 3 of the girls from the Ishi Crash that love him.
right.
You're profiling some new. Yeah, I was looking at the new Roco railjet locomotive and debating on adding that to the maybe list just to have one to rotate with this guy.
Well, that's surprising, Chris.
On cow-calf locomotive sets. Andre, I don't have an opinion because I don't know what a cow-calf locomotive set is.
Well, you do live in an area that doesn't.
You got to
do
remember,
rail.
I have no real background knowledge of trains. I've been learning about trains as I go along here, but I did not grow up with trains, and I'm really only slightly knowledgeable about model trains of the modern
Yeah,
era.
over there.
You're a very ugly woman. Well, thanks for sharing that, Chris.
Too furry.
Too furry.
There's ways to get rid of that hair.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people like furries. I'm not an ugly man or ugly woman. I'm a beautiful wombat.
2 pre-orders of Roco's new railjet for the 2 railjets. Okay. You're talking about the locomotive setup.
I don't know. What is a
Yeah.
cow-calf setup?
I think you're going to have to Google it.
What is a cow-calf? Yeah, but it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it could be.
Well, yeah, but like I said, he's got May Herjet
border
and
crossing
Cherry
has your
Onatoff
profile
and
already.
one of the other women. They all like Diesel Dan. How can he be Diesel Dan? Diesel engines didn't come out till the 1900s, and he's Diesel Dan.
Apparently, Luke
Actually,
Redis
they were
sponsoring
introduced
you.
to the public in 1896. Diesel engines, but yes, it's 1891. But this is an alternate world. These people
Yeah.
didn't really exist, and therefore things could have occurred earlier or later.
Okay, it's like an SW1200 with a slug coupled together, doing some switching.
Oh, well, in that case, I don't like them. An SW1200, I don't know what it is.
You have to do a video, Andre.
You'll have to send me a picture, and then I can go, oh, or oh, cool. But since you mentioned shunting or switching,
just standard.
shunting or switching,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
they're probably my
understand
least
standard.
favorite locomotives, diesel, steam, or whatever, are shunters. My least favorite. But yeah, it's getting there.
The little guy over there is really cute.
Oh, he's running just fine, and I got him as part of the collection, so I let him run.
Yeah.
I let him out.
Let
It's
him
like,
do his
I don't
thing.
like cats, but I've had cats as pets.
Oh, you're saying that's a U.S. thing? Oh.
It does, well, even more. Even more, if it's a U.S. thing, I definitely don't know. I know nothing about American trains.
You know
I know
what a cow
F7s.
catcher is, but that's about it.
I know F7s, and I know what a cow catcher is. But if you say
really?
a GP40 or a whatever, the only American locomotive, and trust me, Randall has tried to educate me, but we've stopped talking about that stuff recently, and so now I have no clue. I have forgotten most of what Randall's tried to teach me.
Oh dear.
Hey, who's still moving? Oh, you, because I didn't turn you off.
Ah, gotcha. That's cool, Felipe.
Is it Felipe or Felipe? SD40.
KOF.
Only sort of.
42. Huh.
And I'm still new at trade, so I can't give. Yeah, that's how
Randall. I am. Randall can explain what it is, I'll bet.
An SW1200. SD42, do you know them? I've heard of them. I might have a rough idea of what they look like because all American locomotives look the same.
Just about, yeah.
I'm so bad.
Mostly we find them annoying because they're very long and they make you wait a long time.
Well, I'm just saying locomotives, man. I don't understand the locomotives, man. I just don't. It's so over my head, man. Okay, well, anyhow, it's about that time. I'm sad to say. Really, it's been a good stream. And now that all the trains have stopped running, we can answer that question.
Okay.
No, nothing went wrong today.
Excellent.
No internet short outs.
Excellent.
Every train ran beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
So at least the last 4 weeks of losing streaks are over.
Okay.
God, that means
Good.
Ohio State's going to lose tomorrow.
Yikes. Don't say that.
I expect them to anyhow, just because they're on the West Coast. But we'll see. Maybe he'll come out with a real... Anyhow, for the remaining few, hello. That's probably Randall sending me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that note, we've got to go get dinner.
Yep.
Joyce gets very hangry. So we want to thank you all for joining us and spending the last few hours here.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll all come back, bring friends, the more the merrier. We have an open marriage like that. No, I'm sorry. No. We have an open forum like that. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, slip of the tongue.
Oh, buddy.
What?
Nothing.
I have another joke on that phrase, but we'll just stop there. So we want to thank you all for joining in. Check out my latest video. Video 1000.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I've done 1,000 videos. That's not a woohoo. That is a... Didn't I have something better to do with my life?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
It's a good retirement thing.
I guess. So thank you everybody for joining in. And until next time, we're going to say Auf Wiedersehen.
Cheers.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you.